Hey everyone, we're here with Pierre and Johan from Year of No Light. They have a new album that I don't speak French, so I'm gonna fuck it up real good. Les Maîtres Fous.
Oui, les
That's
maîtres
good.
fous. It's cool. It's okay.
Okay. It comes out 5/23 on Pelagic Records, and we are fans of Pelagic. They do some tremendous, tremendous stuff. Uh, So I will start out by saying, so I listened to the new album, and like you guys are super new to me, so I went back and listened to a couple of the old albums, and I really, really enjoy the sound. Like, so I listened to Nord, and I listened to I'm gonna fuck this up too, Con Consol
Consolamentum.
yeah, Consolamentum. Um,
Okay.
and I really really enjoyed like everything that I've heard from you guys. So thanks for putting out great music, um
Hmm.
because that's always fun, right? And secondarily, the the new album coming out is not really a new, like, it's new release, but you guys recorded it in 2015, is that right?
Yes,
Exactly.
it's not a new album. It's a live LP. It's a performance we designed for an exhibition in Paris, and for we just perform it twice. Once in Paris at a very famous museum called the Musée du Quai Branly, and the second time in our hometown of Bordeaux, where it was recorded. And during a long time we didn't know what to do with this. We were waiting. We had the project to release it the first time, but for different reasons it failed. And finally Pelagic Records decided to release it, and we said yes.
Awesome. So what was, like, obviously you guys, this was in response to Jean Jean Rouch's film
Jean
of the
Rouch,
same name.
yes.
Jean. Okay. Yeah, see. English. I don't know anything else. Smart. But so I think first, I think it's really cool that you have that like inspiration to say, you know what, we should we should write something because of this. Just to have that inspiration is really cool. And then for you guys to take time, I mean, that's almost 30 minutes of music that you put together for it. So like what was that writing process like? And then performing it live those couple of times that you did.
Hmm. It was a proposal we got to play and to record and to design this performance concerning the way we did it. It was quite. I'm looking for my words. It was quite natural. We had the experience also to work with movies. We by For example, we scored Carl Dreyer's Vampire. So at the very beginning, we begin to, of course, to dive into the movie to detect different sequences, different movement, and then uh, and then we try to follow this movement. And but basically, in for this for Les Maîtres Fous, there is two movement and two riffs, and we work around it, trying to work on the distortion, on dissonances also, and trying to put a kind of hypnotical mood into this project.
That's pretty awesome. It's super cool to just see how different musicians like try to do different things, especially when you get into like different sounds of the instrumentation, because there are only so many notes, but when you can change sounds using, a different dissonance or like a fuzzier distortion, it really like opens up the realm. And if you like break it down into, we don't have a whole lot of chords, we're only using a few, and we're going to change sounds, like that's it shows like the craziness or the creativity of the brain, hey, let's do this. And and it's really neat. It's neat for me to see how that acts. Like, so for you guys, what was, the outcome of all of that? How do you feel with it?
Johan, vous vivez?
Oh, vas-y.
It was a very a truly specific experience. Be it writing it, recording it, but also playing it live. Even if we only did it twice, each time it was a huge experience, and particularly when the movie was playing on a big screen just behind us, and we were just looking at the movies and diving into the ritual, and it was a kind of magic, yes, black magic perhaps, but
It was alchemy for sure. That's, that's really cool. So when you performed it, you guys had the movie playing behind you?
yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
That's
And
awesome.
the first time we did it in Paris, we have never seen a screen so big. It was totally crazy. The amphitheater where we played was was huge. I think it was 900 people, and the screen was crazy. And we were so small, just under the screen, so it was impressive.
Yeah, like
yes,
playing in a movie theater, huh? Like,
yes.
that's pretty awesome. So how did the crowd react to it?
It was a big question for us because we had no idea of what the reaction could be, and it was a success. Yes, people, and it was different people. And it was an exhibition and at the museum. Also, there was some different kind of people, some trendy people, some arty people, some people really into music. So we didn't know what to expect, and finally, it was a success. Yes, people react very well to the performance.
That's super cool. I think, I find when people go to especially like some sort of art expedition. Yeah, we're on a hunt. That's true. They're they're really open to what's going to happen. Whether they're looking at, art from different artists or, a musical exhibition. I think that's it's really cool uh to challenge that. Hey,
Yes.
let's do this.
Yes, it's something we like to do. We also had some collaboration with some artists that are contemporary. Sorry for my very bad English accent. Artists, and it's every time it's a real joy to do this kind of project. It's the occasion also to test something, to try to innovate or to explore new territories, and that's something we really like to do.
So are you guys planning on doing this live again?
I'm not sure. That's not the idea right now.
Okay.
We like the fact that it was done one time for a particular occasion, and we found it. Well, as we didn't have a record of the first one, when we've got the opportunity to do it a second time in our hometown, we found it that it would be great to do it again, to record it and have it recorded. And but we are not planning on doing it again at the moment.
Okay. That's absolutely fair. I think it makes it more special because you only did it those two times. If you said, "Hey, let's go tour the world and do it every night," it would take some of that magic away from it, I feel like.
Yes, I agree with you.
Mm.
Rock and roll. So you guys have been together 25 years. That's a long time for a band. Like, I think most bands are like 5-ish years that they're actually together. What do you guys do to like challenge each other when it's time to write a new album?
Hmm. Vas-y, Johan.
But first, all we must all agree on what we are playing. If one doesn't like it, we will not do it. Yeah, come on, Pierre.
Well, things have evolved perhaps since the beginning. At first, we are very slow as a band. You may have noticed that we don't release LPs every 2 years. It took a lot of time for us. But concerning at the very beginning, it was kind of instinctive, very raw, more brutal, if I may say. And time after time, things evolved. It's more rational, if I may talk, if I may use this word. And usually, one guitarist bring an idea or a demo. We work on it, and as Johan say, we have to agree, all of us, all the things, to validate a song. And we work like this. Sometimes we could also jam and see what happens. We used to do it a lot at the beginning of the band. We are doing it less right now, but I guess it's a cool exercise also. I would like to continue and to in this way.
Yeah. That's
And
cool.
what is challenging us, I guess, it's a need of sublimation. It's a need of transcendence also that we try to reach through electricity, amplification, and reverb pedals.
Right on. So do you guys like between albums, do you change equipment to get new sounds, or do you challenge yourself with like getting new sounds or new songs out of the same equipment that you've always used?
It's the same equipment evolving from each. There is some news at each new songs, but basically it's the same amps. But
Okay.
there is some new pedals, some new synths, and yeah, that's it.
And new
Yeah.
machines that will come too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Gotta have the new machines, right? Like if you're gonna have a new pedal, let's have a new machine.
Yes, and I have a new pedal, so I'm happy.
So what's your new pedal?
It's I had to replace my fuzz war by Death by Audio, so I got a brand new fuzz war, and I'm very happy.
Awesome.
So
Said,
yes, I make a lot of noise right now.
yeah, you're like, check this out.
Yes.
That's awesome. What do you guys with with Matre Fou, excuse my like poor French. Do you guys have any goals or thresholds that you would like to meet with it?
Yes, I guess this movie and the proposal we got gave us the occasion or the substance to develop a kind of reverberation, sonic reverberation of the tension that you may find in the movie, the tension, the need for trance, for atonement, and for so-called madness. So that's why we try to build a kind of sonic reverberation of the rituals that you may find in the movie.
Right on. That's like, I wonder about that. Like when you guys went in to actually write this, did was it like obviously you had the idea or had the offer to do it. Did you guys sit in a room collectively and go, okay, let's plow forward with this? Or did you really was it like Pierre, I'm only using you because you're right here, but like you had an idea, hey, let's do this here, and everyone else go, okay, that sounds great. Or what was that like whole process like?
It was a collective process. When we got the proposal, we were straightforward in our rehearsal room, and we started working on the movie. It was funny because at the time we have to watch the movie on a very very small screen, so we were like this. And yes, it was quite instinctive also, and yes, it's instinctive and natural. And yes, and as I said, we dove into the movie and finding some sequences, some signals to help us achieve the writing process
Yeah, looking for those signals to really help guide you through
through the
that whole
movie.
process. Yeah,
Yes,
that's cool. So I like that it was that you say it was instinctual, right? Because that I think when it comes out, when you're writing something like that and it's you feel like it's, oh, this is just where we're going, it comes for the listener, it's a lot more authentic, and it doesn't feel like it's some contrived like BS that you're trying to pass on to the listener as, hey, this is what we did, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Hmm. Yeah, no, it's a lot. It's really a lot to take in. Um, so let's I'm assuming because I know Pelagic that it's coming out on vinyl.
Yes,
Do you guys
with
know what?
different versions, different editions. I don't remember the details right now, but
Okay.
you may
I think
find it.
there is at least three or four different color version, something like that.
I'm gonna look it up real quick because like one of my favorite things with Pelagic is the vinyl that they do. Like the whole packaging is a project by itself, So it's always
Yes,
Yeah.
super, super cool to see that stuff. So I'm really interested to see what they've got worked out for you guys, because I mean I can only imagine like the artwork that I've seen is super, super cool.
thank you.
Uh Here we are.
Well, there is four colors.
Okay. Do you know the colors off the top of your head?
Yeah, there is black, red, brown, and but it's red, splatter red, smoke,
Oh yeah.
smoky red, and one with two or three colors and smoke in the middle. I don't know the
Okay.
exact name, but yeah, that's something they usually do.
Yeah, they usually do a couple of different variants, which are really cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so the US store, like Pelagic's partner US store is 1,000 Arms, and I, I'm seeing the it's like the orange red kind of swirl,
Okay.
which looks really cool. Matches the cover really well. But that's the only one that I see. But I really, really enjoy, like, sometimes they just get wild with it. You're like, how do you come up with vinyl like that? Like, who was the first person to come up with like a vinyl smash? Like, it's always crazy. Um, what where when did you guys connect with Pelagic?
Just before the COVID, I guess.
Yeah. I think they contacted us to release a new album, and we were already in discussions with some labels, but finally the offer from Pelagic was the best one, and they were okay. They agreed to license all of our back catalog because we managed to get the rights back from the back catalog, and so we agreed on making this new album plus the licensing of all the back catalog, and it was great to have everything in press again and making this cool box with the whole discography plus a compilation of splits and B-sides. So it was very great to work with them on it.
Yeah. I feel like anyone that that they reach out to or that they connect with they always do such a great job. I've not found an artist on Pelagic that I'm like, man, they're okay. Like I always feel like they are, everyone there is so great. I mean, from, Mono to the Ocean Collective, it's just like, man, how do they find such great artists and consistently, a Burial at Sea, like, oh my gosh, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes, and as far as we are concerned, we had the chance to work with a very talented artist for the cover called Stefan Tanner, and it's the one behind Consolamentum and behind Les Maîtres Fous, and then that's very cool to work with him. We really enjoy his work.
Yeah,
And as you said, there is something we share with Pelagic Record. It's the love of beautiful object. Also, for us, an LP it's not just vinyl, but it's all around, and the
yeah.
whole packaging. And as you say, the packaging, the art already tells a story or something about the disc. So it's very important.
Yeah, that's something that I think is really nailed with Pelagic because like I'm almost 50, and growing up in the 80s was like you you have this tangible thing, this record, and you can look at the art and you can read the lyrics and you can have your headphones on and listen to the song and it was all encompassing and to see where it's really come. I mean, the beautiful gatefolds and the inserts and just just everything. It's such a great piece of art that I think for a long time we got away from. The packaging. It was like, yeah, we'll throw some words on there and some do a little bit of art and like it's cool. You can have it on your CD. No, what about the record? It's
Yeah,
like
but it's the same for us. We grew up with physical records, with a lot of vinyls, and we love it.
for
Yes.
sure. Who do you guys remember the first record that you really like sat down and got absolutely entranced with, where you were just like, oh, from cover to cover listening to the whole thing?
Yes, when I was a kid, I was playing at my uncle's house, and I find a Deep Purple LP called Machine Head, and I remember I was a kid, but I remember when I put it for the first time, hearing the first notes, I went literally crazy, crazy, crazy.
That's a great album too.
Yo, yes, yes, I love it till today.
Yeah.
But yes, I was jumping, I was yelling, I was yes. I discovered this kind of unnatural energy, and was telling myself, okay, when I'm gonna grow up, I wanna do this.
That's awesome. What about you, Johan?
Uh, I think one of the first tape I bought was a Fugazi repeater, and I listened to it a lot.
Listen to it on repeat. Yep.
Yeah, and at that time also maybe Nirvana, Bleach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I used
That
to play
was
it a lot at the same time. Yeah.
so when did you like Bleach? So I remember getting Bleach. It was a friend of mine that was like, "Hey, I don't like this. Maybe you'll like it." It had just been out maybe a month or a few weeks. So I got it and I was like, "Oh my God, this is so awesome." And all of my friends are like, "This is the worst record ever. What is wrong with you?" Like this is terrible. Don't play that.
Ouais.
And sorry, the cat was like, "Hey."
Ah, hello.
Um, and then, when Nevermind came out, they were like, "Oh, this band is so great." And I'm like, "Fuck you guys, you hated Bleach." Like
I
what?
remember at that time we were listening to a lot of punk music with a friend, and it was his cousin giving us the tape of Nirvana Bleach,
Yeah.
and we found it crazy. So we made a little switch from punk, French punk, English punk to this kind of music.
Yeah. That was, like Nirvana really at that time it really changed that musical landscape,
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
with
yeah,
it's really cool to see, like, looking through like the history of music, seeing the different bands that really like did things like that, really changed the landscape. Like, Jimi Hendrix, when he came out, people were like, what in the world? And it really it went from like, hey, we're gonna have some nice radio friendly like tunes, or we're gonna jam, to like this loud, crazy, fuzzy guitar that people are like, oh my gosh, and it's just really cool to see like the transition through the decades of the different music, and even looking at things like thrash. I'm sorry, Kitty, you got to go over there. Um, things like the thrash of the 80s with, Slayer and Metallica and
yes,
Exodus, and
Exodus.
seeing what that did to music today. Like there
Yes,
was so much inspiration. Um,
yes.
it's really, really cool. So, speaking of inspiration, who are some of those like early musicians that you looked up to and were like, oh man, like this guitar player was really awesome, or this bass player was great, and I really followed a lot of what that person did.
As far as I'm concerned, I didn't have any kind of role model or typical musician I would like to follow. It's more like bands and their sounds that gave me inspiration. So, of course, I could say Neurosis for
Yeah.
sure, but also Joy Division also. And I guess yes, it could, two main influences. Yes, Neurosis for, of course, the aggressivity, the loudness, the melancholy, and Joy Division also for the cold and ethereal, depressive landscapes. I would say that. But when I was a bass player, I used to play bass at the very beginning. I was a big fan of Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses, and I still enjoy the guy. I like the story. His life story is very cool, and he's very laid back and very funny when you see his interviews. So yes, but I was a kid.
Yeah. Oh, it's so wild to think, like, especially like Guns N' Roses, like when they came out and took the world by storm.
Yes.
God, we were so small.
Oh yes. Appetite for Destruction.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
one of
that
my favorite albums.
for sure. It still is like such a great album. Just a good like rock and roll like party album.
So yes, or if I may find someone, yes, it will be. Of course, I forgot to mention Black Sabbath, with a huge influence also for me to how to tune your guitar and to play loud. So Tommy Yomi also for sure.
Yeah. Those, I think, three, four great like names you mentioned there. Of course, Neurosis, I think, has inspired and Joy Division have inspired so many people uh that we may not
I'm
even
sorry,
realize. Oh,
I'm gonna leave because I have got another meeting
okay.
starting right now.
Okay.
But I let you continue. But
Okay.
bye bye.
Awesome. Bye, Johan. Thanks
Bye.
for coming.
Thanks a lot for having me.
Absolutely. Have a good day. Um, so like literally everyone you mentioned were, I think, has inspired so many bands, along the way. I mean, I talk to bands constantly, and almost every band mentions, well, not every band, but like every band in like the doom or like the really heavy realm, Neurosis is right there every time. They're like Neurosis, Neurosis, Neurosis. I think Joy Division, I know Joy Division has also inspired so many people. And then, getting to Black Sabbath. I mean, Black Sabbath has inspired just heavy music as a whole.
Exactly. Yes, yes, yes.
Did you
Yeah.
see God, I don't remember the guy's name. He's like a soul singer, but he did a cover of Changes.
Ah, no, no, I didn't see it.
Oh man, like it is he completely like changes it right into this soulful song, and you listen to it and it's like you would never guess that it was done by another artist.
Mm. Oh,
Like,
great. Yeah,
oh,
I have to check it. Check that. Yes.
yeah, I'll have to figure that out. I'll set what I'll do is I'll find it and I'll send it to you. It's
Okay.
pretty amazing.
All right. Thank you.
Um, okay, Pierre, I am also short on time, so
All right.
I have to rock and roll.
All right. Thank you for having us, and
Yeah,
have a nice day and take care.
thank you. I appreciate you taking your time. Have a great day.
Have a great day too. Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.